This is Veronica Garcia. I'm here to interview the Melendez family. With me today is Josh Melendez, Mike Melendez, Josh's father, Phyllis Melendez, Josh's mother, and Joanna Melendez, Josh's younger sister. To Josh, tell us about how you started playing basketball.
Well, my dad introduced me to basketball when I was 8 years old. And so he took me to the school across the street and just showed me how to play. And the first chance we had, he put me in a basketball league. And I've been playing basketball ever since.
To Mike and Phyllis, tell us why you decided to expose Josh to sports.
Well, the honest truth, he was indoors a lot of the time, and we just felt we needed to get him outdoors and get him active and exposed to whatever we could, whatever he might enjoy. So we tried him in different sports. We tried him in karate. We tried him in baseball, but basketball is what took. Basketball is what stuck with him, and that's what he was good at. He just adapted to it real well. He seemed to instinctively know how to play the game well, and he did, and he just loved it.
To Mike, tell us about your basketball background.
I got introduced to basketball watching TV, and I was watching the Lakers and the New York Knicks in the playoffs. And in the very first game, I seen Jerry West shoot the ball 70 feet and make it in to make it 2 points and to tie a game. And so it was an exciting thing to watch, and I got hooked on basketball ever since. So that's where it started for me. And as a kid, I just started playing, and then during school lunches and during the recess, and just kind of just did that. And at the same time, always following the professional leagues, mainly the Lakers. And it just became something that I found more enjoyment out than anything else.
What position did you play?
I never was really interested in shooting the ball and scoring, but I found a lot of fun in actually rebounding the ball and finding people open. So it became an easy thing for me to do because since my only focus was on getting the ball and passing it to people, it became something that I could keep track of and say how many rebounds I got on offense and defense. And I also became a friend of everybody because they knew I was going to give them the ball. I wasn't just going to hug the ball and just take all the shots. So I became a popular person to have on a team. So.
What was your biggest challenge playing basketball?
I would say having to deal with wearing glasses is the tough thing because they would get sweat. You get sweaty, they get fogged up, and it was always a problem. And I had to wear them because I couldn't see without them. So it was always a problem, and it was days of when you wore goggles and stuff like that. So it always became a troublesome thing.
To Phyllis, tell us about your sports background.
Like Josh, I tried everything in junior high. I tried soccer, I tried softball, I tried football, I tried basketball, I tried volleyball, but tennis is what took. And I originally started out in junior high playing paddle tennis, like with the little ping pong paddles. That's how we learned, and that's what took for me. And then I carried it on into high school. Tried out for the high school team, and instantly made varsity. And I played my positions with number 2 doubles. I always played doubles, never played singles. And it's always been on varsity, except for one time where I lost my position and went to JV, but then I got it back the next week. But I played tennis all through high school. I participated in the Watts Summer Games. Played some in college and played in some city tournaments and played in a Marine Corps tournament one time. And I did a lot. And my coach said that I had the potential, but then, just didn't pursue it. So, but I loved it. And I even began to teach Joanna some, and she took to it real well, but she likes basketball better.
What was your biggest accomplishment playing tennis?
In high school, keeping my grades up and playing tennis all those years, having that scholar athlete seal on my diploma. That was my best, my most proudest.
To Mike and Phyllis, how did basketball become a part of your family's home life?
It just kind of did. We got kind of absorbed into it, I think. But it became what became important for us is fulfilling our commitment as parents, and for Josh and Joanna to complete what they start, and that's follow it through the end. And if there was a practice to be at, then they were going to be at it. If there was a game that was going to be played, they had to be there, and there's no excuses. If you don't want to be there, you don't have to be there. But if you make the commitment to do it, then you see it all the way through. And that's what we wanted Bingley what we want for them, is to complete what they start.
To Joanna, what was it like growing up in a basketball home?
Well, at first when Josh used to play, I didn't actually know what the game was about. I used to sit backwards in the stands, drawing in my coloring book, but I never really knew what it was about until I got older and actually did like it.
Did you always want to play basketball when you got older?
No, I was a cheerleader, and then my brother and my dad were coaching a little league while I was in cheer practice, and I used to wait for them after, and I used to go watch, and then I finally started to play.
What made you eventually decide to play basketball?
Watching my brother play and how good he did, and how I used to go in the playground while he would practice with my dad, and then I finally got into it when I got older.
What are you doing right now in basketball?
I'm on JV at my high school. I'm a starter, and I'm the starting shooter.
To Mike and Phyllis, your two children have played basketball for nearly their whole lives. What advice would you give to parents who are just now exposing basketball to their children for the first
time? Be supportive. Be there through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Just be there for them, because they're going to have great games. Be there cheering them on. They're going to have bad games. Be their shoulder to cry on. But most importantly, be supportive in everything they do. They're students first. Make sure that they keep their grades up, because basketball is a privilege, and it can easily go away if the schoolwork, which is their main responsibility, isn't kept up. And both my kids know that. And both of them have always kept their grades up. Came pretty close, but for the most part have always kept their grades up. But just be supportive. Always be supportive, always be sportsmanlike, be something that they can look up to, that they can respect, and participate in everything. Participate in the program, participate by, making donations to the program, participate by running the snack bar, participate by fellowshipping with all the other parents, and just be a presence.
Well, to add what Phyllis says is just to be aware that you want your kids to understand that it's just fun. That's all it really is. You want to just go out and have some fun. What I've always wanted to have them understand, though, is that it's not that they come out and be the best, but they come out and do their best. And it doesn't matter where they fall in there, as long as they're trying to do their best, and they will carry on throughout their life, whatever they do.